Welcome to another episode of Hair Biz Radio with your hosts Zakiyrah and
Mikey.
And we have a special guest on with us today, one of our favorites, Dallas Christopher.
Yo,
What's
Dallas.
up?
He is definitely a partner of our private label extensions Greenville store. That's his baby. And he is a Jean Paul Mitchell national educator. Okay, you see, Jean.
You did the Jean Paul Mitchell. Jean Paul Mitchell.
Okay, so put some respect on his name. And today we have him joining us because we are going to talk about We Are the Champions.
Ooh, but let's back up for a second. We said partner private label extensions Greenville. Let's not forget Charlotte. Charlotte, we coming.
And
Charlotte.
I'm going
coming for you.
I'm going to be
Y'all should see this little shimmy he got going on
look,
over here.
If you're
watching us on YouTube,
watch us on YouTube, you'll see it. You'll see it.
It's my favorite dance.
It's this
Anytime
shimmy.
it's like it's a yeah.
Me and Dallas are actually going to be up in Charlotte this weekend.
Yeah,
This
guys,
weekend.
Dallas and Mikey, they're like two peas in a pot now. Mikey kind of kicked me to the curb. If you guys,
I didn't kick you
know.
to the curb. I just put you
No.
downstairs.
No, you just went downstairs.
Mikey kicked me to the curb. But today we are going to be talking about We Are the Champions. But before that, do you guys want to talk a little bit about when Charlotte is opening and what people can expect in Charlotte?
So Charlotte is actually the build out and everything is done. Mm-hmm. If you actually go back and listen to the episode prior to this one about opening a hair store, that's kind of
Right.
what we're going through in Charlotte, Detroit, and Lithonia.
Yep.
But so the build out is done. I'm pretty happy with it. What about you, Dallas?
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's beautiful.
It looks great.
Yeah.
So we still have to get in touch with the fire marshal, have him come through.
That's a process.
The certificate of occupancy. So that's, depending on the city, it can be good real fast. Kind of like Detroit was great. But Charlotte, we don't know. But we're about to find out.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yep. And so we're close. And I think you would expect, just like all the other stores, great products, great service.
Absolutely.
Great experience.
Absolutely. And
Stylists are going to love us in the area.
love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the shimmy a couple of times in there,
Oh, Lord.
Like Greenville, we have Wholesale Day Greenville this weekend. We're going to have Wholesale Day Charlotte, which is
That's going to be lit.
That's going to be gangbusters.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. I can't wait. So.
Yeah, so
Exciting.
it's exciting stuff. We're
is.
getting there.
It is.
Little
It
by
is.
little.
Little by little.
And of course, we're filming everything for Weave Dealer. So if you go to YouTube and search for Weave Dealer, you'll see the episodes. The episodes are getting better and better.
They are.
Yeah.
We're
These
still
two
learning.
clowns, you will continuously laugh.
Yeah, so you can see behind the scenes of us setting up the Charlotte and pretty much everything else we're doing. So it's pretty cool.
We're having fun.
We're
my
having fun.
gosh, we're having fun. I love it. Like every episode, every encounter is just something new, something different. I'm just loving it. So
Yeah. And you kind of have like the whole thing mixed in. Like your work is fun and hair. Like you're a clown and you love hair. So there you have it.
it's not a day at work for me. I'm having fun. It's like, whoa, I should have been doing this years ago.
I feel like I haven't really worked a day this year.
Right.
It's just
That's
been
exciting.
if you're passionate about what you do and you have fun and you do amazing stuff like this, you got the 50s
Bundles.
when you start having those bundles like
Bundles.
that.
Bundles
And
on bundles.
we're not even going to get into who in the past week or so was wearing some private labels. So
Well, we can't get into it.
Right. I was going to say we can't get into it,
but it's pretty big. So if you know, which most of you guys don't, which is all
What's
good.
that acronym they use on Instagram or like social media where it's like IYK? No? Okay.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, because I'm like, but okay.
All right. So Dallas has done a lot of things throughout his hair career. He's been featured on a lot of different reality TV shows, a lot of clients that he's had. have been on TV shows like the R&B Divas, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine. But he recently was involved with a new show that is coming out and will be on Netflix called We Are the Champions. And so Dallas sent me the trailer and I'm watching. I'm like, what is this? And then finally at the end, I see Dallas like,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's down. So we're going to get into what We Are the Champions are. I'm going to let Dallas tell you what it is basically and what your experience has been filming it.
Well, first of all, the experience was incredible. Like, we had a great opportunity with Bronner Brothers and being able to do this. The reason why I'm a part of it is because I'm a judge. So as a celebrity judge for the Bronner Brothers competitions, this show is about showing a competition that has not really been seen by the world, you know? And so they have so many different segments, and I believe it's 6 segments that they have, like chili eating.
There's some funky stuff going on.
Oh, it is. Some frog,
The cheese roll.
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
I know about the cheese roll too.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Cheese roll.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's like what, Switzerland or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
Cheese
that?
roll been around for a little while.
Ooh, and
Okay.
they get hurt doing that.
I
you
know. Over some cheese.
Yeah,
I know people get hurt over cheddar, but not cheese, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
Mikey's jokes are so like weird funny.
but it's so funny though. Like cheddar.
Yeah.
Okay. No, and then they have like the dog competition and a couple other competitions that are there, but it's a total of 6. But the main competition that we're featured in is the Bronner Brothers hair battle. So it's a fantasy hair battle. It's like the biggest hair battle, period.
And you've been associated or affiliated with Bronner Brothers doing judging for quite some time.
For quite some time.
Okay.
For quite some time. So I've been doing
About
it.
how many years?
Ooh. See, now you're trying to
You're
pull
trying
out
to put
age.
his date
I
on.
know. I was trying to
Age
age him.
limit.
I was trying to age him a little bit.
You
Just
see, I
mess
started
with him.
rubbing it going on.
My
Whenever I
neck
get
itchy.
nervous, I start scratching it.
Why is it, Dallas? Why are you sweating? It's 50 degrees outside. Why are you sweating?
But yeah, some years that
Okay.
I've been with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And behind the scene, ahead of the scene, having great friends like Britannica, Dwight Eubanks.
Oh yeah, great
They're
people.
all so cool.
I
Yeah.
would love. We got to get them on the podcast. Yeah, they're great.
Oh yeah.
They are. That's what we call the tribe, and I'm like the youngest member of the tribe. And he over there trying to call out my age. I wonder how old they are.
Wait, did you start when Bronner Brothers started?
No.
Okay.
76
Moving along.
years ago.
So 76. Yeah, sounds all right. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about some of the expectations you had as a judge on We Are the Champions.
Well, so how this started, just a expectation is that as a judge, some of the contestants, they had a lot of contestants there. But one of the contestants who was competing is a friend of mine.
Ah, okay. And what friend was that?
Terrence.
Terrence, good old Terrence. So
Terrence Davison.
if you guys are familiar with Terrence, he was the Nicki Minaj stylist, and literally
Period.
blew those wigs out of the water. Her hair was always and still is always on point.
And still is.
Yeah, and still is. But working with a close friend, especially when it comes to the work environment, how were you able to maintain the integrity while you were still judging and not being biased to the other people that were judging? Because he was a main contestant, but so were other people.
Absolutely. Keyword you just said was integrity. Integrity is so important to me. I've been being with John Paul Mitchell Systems and being with Paul Mitchell Schools, we are black and white. It's period, black and white. And so having that, you can't teach that. That's just who you are. And so that's who I've been all my life. So it doesn't bother me being able to look at him as a friend and say, you know what, I can be blunt here.
Yeah.
I'm okay with looking at my friend and say, you fucked up, brother. Okay.
So how do you do that? Because especially sometimes Like if, for example, if I had a girlfriend who I had to choose, like, okay, do I want to bring her on a trip or another girl on a trip? Like, and my homegirl is expecting me to bring her. But if I say I'm going to take somebody else, now it's like, I'm mad at you because I thought we were cool and I thought we were better than that. And like, were those thoughts ever in your mind? Never? Okay.
Never. Never. Because again, I don't think that a friend is going to think that way. You know, like, oh, you should have brought me. No. This is who I chose. I'm bringing today.
Yeah.
You know, so no, I didn't. But I think that's what, well, no, I know that's why. I definitely was one. And of course, who I am, my character. But, you know, because I got so many different things going on in my head. But I think that was one of the main reasons why I was a judge that was really followed because of that. You know, having a person like Terrence. And can I just say that, and I can say this, and he doesn't have to. He made her wigs, okay? She has a talent. Yes, she does. But you noticed her because of his wigs.
Yeah.
She has a talent. I'm not saying she's not talented for all the ones that are out there because I don't want them bugging me or whatever. The barbs or whatever. I don't want them on me fighting. But I'm just saying, you know, whoever they are, I don't want them fighting. But still, she has a talent. I gave that first. She has a talent. And she's a talented, beautiful young lady. But at the same time, we must not forget that that man created amazing wigs on her. For
sure. Definitely. Definitely. So for those people who are out there in Hairbiz Radio land and they're like, okay, they're talking about We Are Champions. And I know that it's with Bronner Brothers and he was a judge, but exactly what were you judging? Like what exactly? Because we talked about Swiss cheese from Switzerland and chili cheese dogs, but like what were you judging?
So there's so many different criteria in the judging there. So you're going from total look. You're going from the size of the updo when it's doing you know, when you're doing the updo, what's the size of, is it 3/4 of a quarter of the head? You know, does it expand upon that? Does the makeup work? Does the shoes work? Does the nails work? It's like total look and how far-fetched it is. You know, it's so many different aspects to a fantasy look.
Okay.
And there's so many different rules that you have to follow. And if you don't follow them, we disqualify you.
Okay. So it was a fantasy hair competition.
Fantasy hair competition.
Okay. So now we got it in our head. It was a fantasy hair competition and there were judges and it was just a competition. Everyone was there. And then, of course, it was reality TV.
Oh, yes.
Now, Mikey, we've been around some reality TV shootings and we know what happens during reality TV.
Yeah.
So how were you able to kind of maintain your morale and personality in a reality TV show? Especially, Bronner Brothers is a very Christian-based organization.
Right.
So a lot of things that probably were going on in the reality TV world may not have been accepted by the organization. So how were you able to kind of merge your goofy kind of
crazy,
I'll snap on you in a second self and may even curse at your bleep bleep. But how were you able to connect that and be a part of and in front of the Bronner Brothers brand?
That was a challenge. That was a challenge. And again, not saying, you know, because most of the Bronner Brothers, they're pastors, they're bishops. And I come from, you know, a church background.
Good stock.
I come from good stock also. You know, my uncles and sisters and what evangelists and all that and everything. So I come from that as well. But I'm also a very real person. And so what comes up comes out.
And you can cut somebody if you need to.
And if I need to, I know my heart. I know who the Lord loves me, but if you push me, you know,
that button might get stuck.
it might get stuck, and a few little F words might come out, and so it was hard. It was hard, but I stay in line with it, and there were some opportunities there, or there were some times there that I totally forgot the mics were on, and it just.
They live for stuff like that.
And they live
for that.
And listen, not to tell you the story because I want you guys to watch it, but I remember just one piece of it as it was happening. And I just, you know, I talked to myself, okay, a lot. Okay,
We're
I'm
not
the
gonna
baby of
judge
my. Please don't judge me. I'm the baby of my family, and I had to have a lot of conversations by myself. And I talked to myself to make sure I understand, process what's going on. And so something was happening, and as it was happening, I just like saw it out my peripheral. And when I saw it out my peripheral, it's just like I was like, "What the?" And it just, and I just started saying it like, what's going on? And I totally forgot that I was mic'd. Because we were in between a scene. It wasn't a scene that the cameras was in front of you. It was in between a scene. And so as I'm talking to a good friend of mine, Charles Gregory, who passed away from
God rest his
COVID,
soul.
God rest his soul. As I was talking to him, I moved over to him and started going, "What is he doing?" And going on. And I'm telling him about it. And I see the cameras running up in my face. And I was like,
oh, they live for the drama. They live for the drama.
That point is when I realized I had said so many F-bombs and so many different things. And I just started like looking around going, "Oh my God, the Bronners are going to kill me."
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So how many people were in the competition?
I think it was about 15.
Okay.
15.
And so out of the 15, there were how many star competitors?
See,
Or how
trying
many?
to pull some
No.
stuff out.
No.
You know that word vomit, it just comes up.
Okay. So what were or are there any highlighted competitors
Oh yeah, they were.
that we should know about now prior to
Yes.
the show coming out?
Well, they show the people on the trailer.
Okay.
So on the trailer, you hear Terrence talking,
Right.
and you see Terrence.
Okay.
On the trailer, you also see Kirk on a trailer.
Kirk. Okay.
And then I won't say the last name, but you also see Merlandy.
Okay.
On a trailer also, and those are the three people that were the people that they watched.
Gotcha. Okay. And they've been in the industry for quite some time.
Yes,
Okay.
they've been competing. Terrence is known as the king of competitions. Like he rightfully so. He has a crown. Rightfully so. That's my brother. So,
And so you've always been on the judging side
Yes.
of competitions, never as a competitor.
I never competed because I was more focused on the rules.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a teacher all my life pretty much. So I was more focused on, let me read all of this. You ain't supposed to do this, And so I don't know, a little bit more of critiquing it was more my speed.
Okay. So we always see you every year that we've been to Bronner Brothers on the main stage as a judge. So talk a little bit about how this experience was different from all of your other past judging opportunities.
Well, it actually wasn't that different.
Okay.
The only thing was for lighting purposes, for filming purposes, things were dark. So since things were dark, they really like went all the way out. The lights are out and the only thing you can see are them. And so you can't really interact with the audience. And that's one thing that we enjoy as judges, to interact with the audience as we are judging and looking. So when we had to be brought out, the difference was they put us on this panel in front of it and made us watch it come down the aisle.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm actually, what I really like about this is, okay, so, we've participated at Bronner Brothers multiple times. I've been to Bronner Brothers. When we didn't participate, I still would go every year to kind of sneak in and just kind of run around and everything.
I
And
was getting those texts going, "Hey, Dallas, I'm coming."
Dallas, I need my wristband, please. This line is ridiculous to get in here, and it's like Six Flags. I am not waiting.
Not like Six Flags.
Oh, seriously.
No, yeah, I believe.
Yeah. So, but the interesting part is like, okay, so I've been in the hair industry for a while, and I kind of know what to expect when I go there.
Right.
Now I'm thinking of like middle America that has no idea about this, and they're gonna watch this Netflix series, right, with the Bronner Brothers hair show, and see this, just the creativity and this it's a little wild.
It's wild.
It's loud, and it's
colorful.
like very colorful.
Yeah.
What do you think people that just don't even know that this exists? What do you think when they see this? What are they gonna say?
And wait, Netflix has 21
217
million viewers. Okay. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
And that's a lot of people who may not have heard of Bronner Brothers. So
that's probably 99% of them.
Yeah.
I mean, just saying. Bronner Brothers is freaking huge.
Right, but there's 8 billion people in the world.
They're huge within the hair industry, which is a segment of a segment of a segment.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that's why I'm so interested for this to get out.
Yeah.
Right. Because, like sitting here, and I don't know, we haven't really mentioned on the podcast, but I have my idea for a Netflix series or something for Netflix, right? Which we talked about for 2021.
See what I mean by kicking me to the curb? I didn't know about the Netflix series.
Look, yes, you do.
I never heard about it.
We have some people that we've talked to. We have some people interested, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So because I think of getting this out there to the masses, but thinking about just all these people that when they see this, it's gonna, I think about my friends, and I'm in the hair industry. Most of my friends from high school and other stuff, they have no idea what I do. They're hair, what?
Hair.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And there's so many people that this white guy knows about hair more than me.
I'm just so excited for Bronner Brothers, the hair show, for you, for everybody to kind of get in front of all these eyes that have never been exposed to it.
Yeah.
Never.
To me, because for us, we know what to expect. People in the hair industry know what to expect.
Yeah.
But you have to think of this is kind of I'm always excited about a breakthrough for the hair industry.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not in it, but I'm excited for it because it's good for the industry as a whole.
Definitely.
And people can start having a better understanding of what's going on. For me, that's so exciting.
It is. It's very exciting, especially, again, when you're talking about the different things, like thinking about a cut party.
A cut party.
A cut party. This is going to blow everyone's mind. All of this, when they see that, as Mikey is as you were saying about the elaborate, women are going to come down half naked.
Yeah.
With nothing
Trust me, I'm watching.
Nipple pads on.
Just with that and hair that travels from face to neck to body to leg to shoes it's like and that is
I'm sorry if you guys could see Mikey right now.
That's it.
He is doing his normal shenanigans.
But, and then seeing people when they're doing cut party and you have all these rainbow of colors in the head and you're seeing these women or guys cutting hair and in these crazy ways. It looks like a circus.
Yeah.
It really looks like a circus, but it's fun.
Entertaining.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. So for the people who aren't familiar with the hair industry, we could say that this is for the creatives out there. You can kind of tune into the creative side of this, especially if you don't know about hair, you know about creativity and you know about,
Correct.
So I love it.
And so I'm curious about how people will receive it when you're saying that, because, me as a hairstylist, when I see it, it's like, colors and fun and music and dance and hair and fashion and eyelashes and nails and shoes. I'm thinking like that. But, let's think about Middle America going.
That's what I'm saying.
Middle America is going to go
that's
what
it.
The hell?
What the?
What are they doing?
Look, let me be honest with you. That cheese flying down the hill is going to get all the white people to watch. And then, they're going to binge on this thing. And the next one is going to be the Bronner Brothers. And it's going to be this whole world that gets open to them. And I'm excited about that because, I'm already involved in it and I experience it. So, I'm excited for them to see that.
Yeah. So it's not just one
competition,
one show.
No.
Okay, so it's a series.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so talk about how it's broken up, if you know.
I do.
Okay.
I do. We're in the middle.
Okay.
So and that's
there
the
we go.
reason why.
Yeah.
The reason why is that if you put that Bronner
if it was
Brothers
first, it would not be successful.
They were like, oh
no,
heck no.
They're gonna get it roped in.
Right.
Yeah.
But you got to get roped in, and so it's gonna be that it's the first series, and then they're gonna have the second series, and then we roll in with that third series, and it's so interesting because as I was looking at it, I can say that it's black.
It's black.
No, I mean I saw the trailer too. We saw the trailer. Yeah, we saw the trailer.
We did watch
and
the
it's
trailer.
like it show. It's amazing.
You know,
Blackity black.
it's blackity black, 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 black. I mean, but again, it's celebrating our people. It's celebrating something that, you know, people have taken this creativity and just turned it into this magic on hair, and not just doing it for hair, but it is the whole body. And so it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I love it.
I think there's going to be so many people that just say, "I had no idea."
Oh, for sure.
Especially because this show is taking you from everything. Like, so you see it when they come in as just how you are right now, how I am right now, and then transform into these, you know, people. It's crazy. It's great.
I'm excited to see it now.
It's crazy. And it's crazy to see how some of these updos are so intricate. You would never understand how this woman is carrying this on her head. They're like huge.
Oh wow.
Like,
yeah, I didn't see any
huge.
I didn't see any promo for it. And like I said at the beginning, when you sent it, I was like, what is this?
Because you saw the cheese.
You saw the cheese.
You saw the cheese.
I'm like, what is this? And then finally it kept going and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It's really cool. There's a part in there that I actually get a little emotional, but yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, we can.
Okay.
We can.
Let's
you know?
chat.
I mean, this is interesting because, you know, even in this time right now, where it's, you know, where we are in the world with systemic racism, and we did not know that this was. I didn't know
Right.
that this was going to come out during this time, and that's what I'm talking about. Is why Middle America doesn't know anything about
Right.
this. And so I'm actually talking about it, and I got so emotional as I was talking about it that I didn't cry first. I just got emotional about it, and I started, you know, being a little bit more animated because I just started feeling it, you know, and I just started talking about us as athletes, and I started talking about us as music artists and dancers, and I just got so excited about it that the guy who was interviewing me, which was the producer, started crying.
Wow.
And he just started weeping. And as he started weeping, we started crying together. And it's just like, and I kept going. And I just totally forgot about the fact that I'm on green screen. I totally forgot about it. And I just went in. And then I okay, stop. And I told him to stop. I was like, let's not record this. And he was like, hell no.
We adding this.
Oh, this is great TV right here.
Hell no. We gonna add this shit. I'm like,
yeah.
ugh.
But that's good though that you were able to connect from something that was previously recorded, and now people are able to use it in this time now because it is a very sensitive time.
It is.
And the African American community are looking for things that celebrate us as a whole.
And that's exactly what you just said what I said.
Oh yeah.
You just said exactly what I said about celebrating who we are as a people.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to get him. I need to get my nose.
I mean, but no, if you really think about it though, like when I saw the trailer and I saw a lot of the parts that are going to be in here, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm just thinking of like the perception, like it's so exciting. It's our industry on the main stage, you know, and it's so exciting. And, you know, not everybody obviously that's going to see it is going to understand it.
Yeah.
You know, but hopefully that they will at least appreciate the creativity, the energy is like, you've never seen energy like this before.
Yeah.
Like the energy, the colors, the sound, the music. It's like,
It's Mardi Gras.
It's
Mardi Gras in the hair industry.
If you can't appreciate it, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
It really is.
It's Mardi Gras in the hair industry, and just so happened it was in New Orleans. You know.
Oh, okay.
Listen, they had a whole marching band come through.
Oh, I heard
Oh,
about
this is
that.
gonna be lit.
A whole marching, not just the band. They had the parade go through. It was so many people there. Like we already had, you know how you're talking about the lines like at Six Flags?
Oh, I know. I heard all about it.
It was so many people at this one. The lines was wrapping around. You were out there for hours trying to get in.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how many people showed up at the hair show. And no one knew we were filming. So you kind of understand.
Okay, yeah.
No one knew
so
that
this
that's
was
what we
the
were doing.
Bronner Brothers hair show
was a hair
in
show.
New Orleans.
Yes,
Okay,
it
because
was
there's
like-
two.
Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Remember
yeah.
how they had the hair show? They said, okay, because in Atlanta it was kind of getting dull in Atlanta.
Yeah, I remember
And they're
now.
like, let's switch it
Yeah.
up. Let's go to New Orleans. And we talked about going,
About
but we
going.
weren't sure.
Right.
Because then from Atlanta, it's easy because it's literally down the street from
Yeah.
us, right?
Right.
But then when I heard how amazing it was, I was like, you know what? The one time we don't go, it has to be amazing.
Oh yeah.
And then they filmed this.
Okay,
It was
now
bleeding out
I'm
the
here.
walls.
I'm here now. Okay, I know when it was.
It was bleeding out the walls of people.
Wow.
Like you were.
Yeah, it was the
you
best
you
show
could
in
walk
years.
in there, and when you walk, it reminded you of when back in the day when you had the BBDs and the Cool C's and the Muffins and all of them. When you would go and you'd see Ludacris and you'd see Brandy and you see all these people here in Atlanta, was just like, hey. It was that.
Wow.
It was that.
Wow.
And it was just like.
It was like Freaknik in '88.
Exactly.
What you know about Freaknik in '88?
Exactly. It was just like that. And so I'm like,
Mikey, what do you know about
I was
Freaknik?
the valet.
so I mean, it's Mardi Gras for the hair industry. It's basically how you can look at it. You know how colorful Mardi Gras is.
Oh yeah.
How much
I love
fun
Mardi Gras.
and excitement. It's that much energy in a hair show.
I love it. So when does it come out?
This Tuesday. coming
Okay,
up.
so
Well, you know,
for
we-
you guys, we're recording the podcast today is November the 13th.
Probably the same
And-
day that this comes out will be, or Monday or Tuesday. So the day of, or the
day
day,
of.
The day
before
of,
that it
okay.
comes out. So
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, go to Netflix.
Go to Netflix.
We are the champions.
Yes, and
Yeah.
make sure you share with all your friends. And if you're watching this later, you can just go to Netflix and find
Oh, it'll
We
be
Are
there.
Champions.
It'll be there.
It'll be
And
there.
you know, I just found out something too today. I didn't know this, but the series they're gonna load all the series on
At one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
at one time.
In true
Yeah.
Netflix fashion.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when they load them in all at one time, you know, for those who don't want to see the other ones, I would admonish you to see the other one
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
because the cheese race is
I know.
the bomb. Okay, listen, I got introduced to that years ago, but you know, you're able to watch us immediately on Tuesday as well. So if you wanted to, you can just. Go
I'm
right
excited.
on.
We need to have a watch party.
That's what everybody's having. It's a watch party.
on
Watch
in a
party.
Facebook group.
Yeah, in our Facebook group.
Oh
we'll
yeah,
watch party.
that would be fun. You're
Okay.
welcome. You're welcome.
Oh. And actually, we, just right before we recorded this, we were meeting with Stephanie Bronner from Bronner Brothers, who's also in the show, which
Yeah.
is awesome. She
Yeah.
is amazing. We were going over some marketing strategies for it and everything else, so it's really cool. So she is going to be a guest in an upcoming episode of Hair Biz Radio. So
Yes,
if you
I'd
haven't
be
subscribed,
excited.
make
And
sure.
her husband.
And her husband,
Yes.
yep, and Erica,
Yeah.
in different times leading up to the next New Orleans show, which hopefully, I was thinking maybe we should record an episode. Zakiyrah, what if
At
we
the
record an
Bronner Brothers
episode
show.
or a couple episodes at the Bronner Brothers show, have some awesome star guests
That
and
would be
everything
cool.
else? How fun would that be?
It's gonna be fun because that means that I'm not gonna be there by myself. Y'all coming with me.
I don't know if Stephanie's listening to this, but while we're on the podcast, when I watch, so you guys will see it. So we're kind of like setting her up. So what we're going to do is when we're recording, I said, Stephanie, wouldn't it be a great idea if we recorded Hair Biz Radio at your Bronner Brothers show in New Orleans in 2021? I got her on the spot
Now she
there.
can't say no.
You can't say no.
Look, we set it up. So
can't say no.
if you're watching this, you're going to see that here in the future. I just set it up. You
That's
guys
funny.
know it's going to be a blast. We got them. So yeah, that's awesome.
Cool.
I love it. So we are doing a watch party on Tuesday for We Are the Champions.
Well, I have Married to Medicine that day, so.
Oh yeah, well we'll have the watch party going in the Facebook
I'll-
group.
I'll-
as
I'll
well.
be done
by-
We'll
I'll be
figure
done by
out a
2.
day.
We'll figure out
okay,
a way.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
figure
be
it
done
out
by 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to let y'all know that he's still shooting for other reality
awesome.
shows, okay? It's not just this. It keeps going.
going.
All right. Anything you wanted to add, Mikey?
No, I mean, I think I'm just excited, and
Yeah.
we can have some follow up discussions about it and kind of get some opinions and everything else. So yeah, you should
Child,
be.
please.
Dallas is made for TV, so it's all
y'all,
made for-
Dallas tries to downplay so much, and I just be wanting to say, go in the corner, because you just Dallas was made for TV and radio. Honestly, he's very good at what he does.
I used to do radio.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Music on the way next hour from.
What year was that?
That was in 99.
See, Mikey playing. All right. Well, we thank you for joining us today. We're super excited about We Are the Champions, about Charlotte, about Greenville growing. Super excited to have you a part of the Private Label Extensions team. Coming from Jean Paul Mitchell. It's been great because we've been able to do a lot of educational stuff with our audience as well. Not just the business side, but they're able to get the stylist side as well, especially for people who don't understand hair extensions, you know. So that's been a joy to have as well. If you guys haven't, if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, leave us a comment. We'll get back to you on Anchor. We're on literally everything.
Yes.
Apple Music,
Anchor, Spotify.
Google
And then
Play.
we're putting the episodes now, instead of trying to build up all these YouTube channels, that's just too much to manage. We're just moving all the podcast episodes over to the Private Label Extensions. It's in a category. It's in its own category, its own playlist.
Yeah.
Not category, playlist on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's on its own playlist. So make sure you subscribe so you can get that. You can get 2-minute tips with Dallas. You're going to have tips with Zakiyrah, tips with myself. You can have tons of content on there.
Tons of content, like never ending content.
Yeah, you'll notice probably by 2021, you're going to be like, is Private Label Extensions like a media company? Yes, it is, as a matter of fact.
Technology.
Well, now that you ask,
Do you not see all these cameras going 1, 2, 3? Yes, we are.
All right, so thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Hair Biz Radio, and we will be back soon.
Bye.
Bye.